Hey everyone, welcome to another installation of Drywall Taping Explained. Now in Taping Explained, I've broken it down into a few steps, and I think this is going to help to move forward your taping ability and your understanding of taping. Because to have a great understanding of it, or a full understanding of it, is the best way to overcome taping, let's say. Right? It's many layers to get to the end. The first layer is a secured area to secure the wall together, which is your pre-fill and your tape. You're covering it now, or you're in the covering stage at this point to hide, and then the final stage is to beautify. Now that I've got that covered, let's jump right into the inside corners. The inside corner is still contained in the coating section, where what you're doing is trying to cover the wall in its primary base coat, is what you're trying to do here. So with the inside corner, the problem is that it's a bit tricky. So there's two common method to get to this end. And the first method is to use your 4-inch knife and just go on one side and come back in the next day and go on the other side. And this will give you great results. This is fantastic. The finish is good. There is some techniques, such as keeping the knife flat to the wall, such as making as big a span as you possibly can to have your mud flow, to have your character lines be as far apart as possible. There's certain techniques like those, but the main part is to fill, flat, and even out your mud. If you're doing that, you're in the right ballpark, right? So you do one side with the 4-inch knife, let it dry, you come back and do the other side. Now, something you should be aware of is that usually, especially in the corners, sometimes it does not dry as quickly as you plan. So just keep that in mind. And when you keep that in mind, just move forward and start thinking about the tool. Now, you're gonna need a 3-inch finishing tool to apply this particular part of the job, fairly well, let's say that. You're also going to need a mud applicator. Now, there's many. This is where things are going to get a bit crazy. The mud applicator comes in many different forms. The 3-inch head is just a 3-inch head. It's a 3-inch finish head. That's it, right? You have to learn to use these tools. But the mud applicator, such as the syringe, such as the mud shot, such as the old school box, is what I call it. These are all different methods of applying the mud with the corner head. Right, so choose which one you like better, but you can always start from the cheaper manual version of the tube style. You can always start there and work your way up. No tool is regrettable, because at the end of the day, they're all helping you to do your job better. A consistent theme you're going to see, the goal is always a fill, a flat fill, a fill that's flat and even. These three things are the basis of the job at all points, and that's why they never change. They're always going to be consistent. Your mud needs to fill the space. It needs to be flat while filling the space, because the walls are flat. And it needs to be even. So there's no wave, there's no bump, there's no nothing at all. If something's in the way, dig it out, flatten it out, and even it out. So if there's something in the corner that's protruding, take your tape off, whatever you got to do, but get that area flat, because it matters. And, take your time and learn the material. Take your time and learn the mud. And that will give me, or that will bring us to the tip of the day. And the tip of the day is a mid-thick mud. What do I mean by mid-thick? I mean, it's semi-thick. It's almost thick, because it's still in the coating process. You don't want your mud to be too soft at this level. In this entire level right here, your mud should not be too soft. It needs to bond to the wall. It needs to shrink, and it does not need to be that soft, because if it's that soft, it won't cover properly. If it's that soft, it's going to shrink, and you're going to have to fill it again. So learning the consistency of the mud is another tricky part in this whole entire job, but you will learn it very easily. It's not relatively hard. That being said, I do have a lot of videos online that covers a lot of this. Check out my channel. I do have them. I'll post some information about the videos on my channel, and yeah, check it out. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you have a comment, please leave it in the comment. Like, share, and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.